The Bookstore Alley After Rain. Part 1. The Quiet Entrance. The rain has stopped. The alley waits in the darkness, patient and still. Water pools on the old cobblestones, catching the warm light from a single bookstore window. The glow spreads across the wet stones like honey, golden and soft. You can hear your own footsteps, quiet and slow, as you walk into this narrow street where books have lived for generations. This alley belongs to the night now. During the day, people hurry through these spaces, moving quickly between wider streets. But when darkness comes, the alley transforms. The pace slows down. The air feels thicker, holding the smell of rain and old paper. The bookstore stands at the corner, its wooden door painted dark green, the paint cracked with age. A small sign hangs above, Blackwell's Books, EST 1879. Bookstores like this one have existed in cities for centuries. They appeared when printing became easier, when books could reach ordinary people. Before bookstores, only the wealthy owned books. Libraries existed, yes, but personal ownership remained rare. Then came the 18th century, and small shops began opening in narrow streets of London, Paris, Boston. These shops sold books, but they offered something else too. They offered quiet. They offered time to think. The window in front of you displays old volumes with leather spines. Some lean against each other like tired friends. The light inside the store has been left on, perhaps by accident, perhaps on purpose. Bookstore owners sometimes leave lights burning. The books need company, they say. The books need warmth during the long night. Rain creates a different world in cities. When water falls, it changes how sound moves through the air. Rain softens noise. The usual sharpness of traffic, voices, and footsteps becomes muffled, wrapped in moisture. Scientists explain this phenomenon through physics. Water droplets in the air absorb sound waves. The hard surfaces of buildings become coated with water, and wet surfaces reflect sound differently than dry ones. Everything quiets down. The cobblestones beneath your feet date back perhaps 100 years, perhaps 200. Cities used cobblestones because they lasted. They could carry the weight of horses, carriages, early automobiles. They could survive rain, snow, heat, cold. Now they survive as memory. Most streets have been covered with asphalt, smooth and modern. But some alleys keep their stones, keep their history visible and real. You walk slowly past the bookstore window. Inside, you can see shelves reaching toward the ceiling, packed with volumes of every size. Poetry collections stand next to history books. Novels crowd beside philosophy texts. This arrangement seems random, but bookstore owners understand something about order. They understand that discovery matters. When books stand in perfect categories, sorted strictly by subject, people find only what they seek. When books mix and mingle, people find what they never knew they needed. Part 2. The Memory of Books. The alley curves gently to the left. Another bookstore appears, smaller than the first. This one specializes in used books, second-hand treasures that have traveled through many hands. The window display here tells stories through objects. An old typewriter sits beside a stack of detective novels from the 1940s. A vintage globe, its countries labeled with names that no longer exist, rests on a chair. A photograph in a silver frame shows the store in 1923, the same wooden door, the same narrow alley, different faces looking out. Books carry memory in their pages. Scientists who study the brain have discovered that reading before sleep helps consolidate memory. When you read, your brain creates neural pathways. The information you absorb during reading gets processed during sleep. Your sleeping mind sorts through the day, deciding what to keep, what to forget. Reading gives your mind gentle material to work with, stories and ideas that create calm patterns in your thoughts. The owners of bookstores understand this connection between books and rest. Many bookstore owners throughout history have been insomniacs, people who struggle with sleep. They surround themselves with books because books offer company during wakeful hours. They read until their eyes grow heavy. They memorize passages that bring peace. Then they share these books with others who also seek comfort in the night. In the 19th century, bookstores in European cities stayed open late into the evening. Writers would gather after dinner, sitting on wooden stools, reading aloud to each other. Charles Dickens visited bookstores in London, reading from his newest work to small audiences. Virginia Woolf's father owned a library and often opened it to friends at night. These gatherings created a rhythm, a ritual that marked the day's end. You pause beside a puddle. The water reflects the bookstore lights, doubling the golden glow. Reflections fascinate the human eye because they create symmetry. Our brains find symmetry calming. When we see mirrored images, our visual processing becomes easier, more relaxed. The puddle shows you the alley upside down, an alternate world where gravity works differently, where light falls upward. The rain has left its signature everywhere. Wet brick walls darken to deep red and brown. Window frames glisten. Even the air feels different, cleaner somehow, as if the rain has washed away invisible dust. Scientists measure this change. Rain removes particulates from the air, tiny pieces of pollution, pollen, dust. After rain, the air contains fewer irritants. People with allergies breathe easier. Everyone breathes deeper. A small cafe sits next to the second bookstore. Steam drifts from a vent near the door, visible in the cool night air. The cafe closed hours ago, but the warmth inside continues radiating outward. You can smell coffee, faint but present, mixed with the scent of rain. Smell connects powerfully to memory because the olfactory system links directly to the brain's emotional center. A scent can transport you backward through time, to childhood, to moments you thought forgotten. Part 3. The Science of Calm. The alley narrows further. Buildings lean slightly inward, their upper floors closer together than their foundations. Medieval streets were built this way to protect pedestrians from rain and sun. The technique also created intimacy, a sense of enclosure that feels protective rather than confining. Walking through these old alleys, you walk through architectural history, through decisions made by builders who have been dust for centuries. Nighttime in cities follows patterns that scientists study carefully. Urban rhythms change after dark. Traffic diminishes. Human activity shifts from commerce to rest. Temperature drops. Even light changes quality. The harsh white light of day softens to amber street lamps, to the warm glow from windows. This shift affects human biology. Our circadian rhythms respond to darkness, triggering the release of melatonin, the hormone that makes us sleepy. The bookstores in this alley have survived because they adapted. When large chain stores opened, offering discounts and coffee shops and comfortable chairs, These small stores couldn't compete on size. They competed on character instead. They became destinations for people seeking authenticity, for readers who wanted to touch old books, to speak with owners who had read every volume on every shelf. These stores became refuges, quiet places in an increasingly noisy world. Reading culture in cities has deep roots. In ancient Rome, booksellers set up stalls in public forums. In medieval Baghdad, the House of Wisdom contained hundreds of thousands of manuscripts. In Renaissance Florence, bookshops lined the Ponte Vecchio Bridge. Every civilization that valued learning created spaces where books could be found, purchased, discussed. These spaces became central to urban life, as important as markets or temples. You pass a doorway set back from the street. A handwritten sign reads, "Back in 10 minutes." The note has faded, weathered by time. Perhaps the shop owner stepped away decades ago, forgot to return, forgot the sign existed. Or perhaps the sign represents hope, a promise that someone will always come back, that absence remains temporary. The sound of water dripping creates a gentle rhythm. A drain pipe releases rainwater slowly, drop by drop, into a metal grate. The sound measures time differently than clocks. Clocks count seconds uniformly, mechanically. Dripping water varies slightly with each drop, creating natural variation, organic timing. Humans evolved listening to natural rhythms, rainfall, waves, heartbeats. These irregular patterns calm us in ways that mechanical sounds cannot. Scientists studying relaxation have identified specific conditions that promote deep rest. Repetitive, gentle sounds help. Dim, warm lighting helps. Cool, fresh air helps. Familiar but not demanding environments help. This alley offers all these elements. The dripping water, the golden bookstore lights, the rain-cleaned air, the familiar sight of books and old buildings. Each piece contributes to a state of peaceful awareness. Books themselves possess physical qualities that comfort the nervous system. The weight of a book in your hands provides gentle proprioceptive input, telling your brain where your body exists in space. The texture of paper against fingertips engages touch receptors. The smell of old books, a mixture of lignin, cellulose, and thyme, triggers pleasant associations for many readers. Even the sound of turning pages, that soft whisper of paper moving, creates a satisfying sensory experience. Part 4. The Gentle Close. The alley opens slightly where you stand now. A small courtyard appears, shared by 3 bookstores arranged around its edges. In the center, a single bench waits, wet from rain but inviting nonetheless. Someone has left an umbrella hooked over the bench's back. Someone else has placed a paperback novel under the bench, protected from water, available for anyone who wishes to read. This courtyard represents something essential about bookstores and the communities they create. Bookstores bring people together without demanding interaction. You can browse alone, surrounded by others who also browse alone. You can sit and read, aware of nearby readers but undisturbed by them. This parallel solitude comforts people who feel overwhelmed by constant social demands. In the 1920s, Ernest Hemingway spent hours in Shakespeare and Company, a bookstore in Paris. He read books he couldn't afford to buy. The owner, Sylvia Beach, allowed this. She understood that bookstores serve purposes beyond commerce. They serve culture. They serve curiosity. They served the human need for quiet contemplation. Her store became legendary, a gathering place for writers who shaped modern literature. The light from the 3 bookstores creates overlapping circles on the courtyard's wet stones. Where the circles meet, the light intensifies, brightening to almost white before fading back to gold. You could spend hours here, watching how light interacts with water, how shadows shift when clouds pass across the moon, how the night breathes its own slow rhythm. Memory and sleep connect in fascinating ways. Your brain doesn't shut down when you sleep. Instead, it performs crucial work, consolidating experiences from the day, strengthening important neural connections, pruning away unnecessary information. The images and ideas you absorb before sleep influence this process. Reading peaceful content, walking through calm environments, engaging with beauty, these activities provide your sleeping brain with positive material to process. The rain begins again, lightly. Individual drops sparkle as they fall through the light. You can hear them landing on leaves, on metal, on stone, each surface creating its own note. The combined sound creates something musical, a composition without composer, a performance without performers. You stand still, listening, as the night continues its ancient work of renewal. Cities need these quiet spaces. Urban life can overwhelm the senses with constant stimulation. Bookstore alleys offer respite. They offer slowness. They offer the permission to pause, to breathe, to exist without purpose beyond existing. The books inside these stores have waited patiently for readers. They will wait longer still. They possess the eternal patience of inanimate things that serve human needs. Your walk through this alley has taken you through history, through science, through culture and memory and rain. The bookstores glow steadily, their lights promising warmth and welcome whenever you choose to return. The cobblestones beneath your feet have carried thousands of walkers before you. They will carry thousands more. The night deepens. The alley accepts this deepening with grace, settling further into darkness, holding its secrets close. Somewhere a church bell rings the hour, distant and soft. Somewhere a cat crosses a rooftop, silent and sure. The rain continues, gentle and persistent, washing the city clean for tomorrow. Thank you for walking with us tonight through the bookstore alley. If you enjoyed this peaceful journey through English, please subscribe for more calming stories that help you learn while you rest. Leave a comment telling us where you'd like to visit next. Perhaps a lighthouse by the sea or a mountain cabin in winter. Sleep well and dream of quiet places.